Yes.
Recording is in progress. All right. Well, welcome everyone to our workshop Wednesday at Grid Technologies. We're always looking for ways to assist our GNet members to streamline their business. And today's session is going to focus on configuration errors, which seem to happen. What do they mean? And how can you resolve them quickly? Our wonderful team members, Shahram, who a lot of you already know, and Sina, are here to lead the meeting. Before we get started, just as a reminder, I've put in a YouTube link in the chat feature. If you'd like to go ahead, click on it and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we store all of these workshop sessions for future reference. They're there to be a resource to help you possibly address topics that maybe you couldn't attend the meeting for. So without further ado, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. And I will hand over the meeting to Shahram and Sina.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. This is Sina. I've been with GNet for about a year now. I'm responsible for the Connect Portal. So if there are any issues, I'm the guy to shout at. And I'm sure you guys all met Shahram before. Shahram, do you wanna introduce yourself and should we get started?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So my name is Shahram. I'm an account manager at GNet. I've spoken or emailed with many of you already. Great to have you guys here. This session is focused towards reducing errors, if not eliminating them. These errors are frustrating to everybody. If you're sending, if you're receiving, on our side, when we see an error, it's frustrating. So our goal here is to definitely try to help as much as possible reducing, if not eliminating them. So we would love to have some real life examples. If you have examples, emails with errors or any just questions, that's the best way to tackle these. Generally speaking, some of the best practices are making sure you're set up in your system well. In GNet, there's only 3 things you do to receive a reservation. So most of the issues are either on one reservation system or the other reservation system. Sometimes it's a GNet problem. So checking the emails that we sent are crucial. Those emails tell you a lot about what the problem is. We don't send you any, marketing emails or anything like that. If you get an email from GNet, it's about a reservation or somebody who wants to connect with you. So definitely check your emails. That's the best way to look at it initially. If you can't figure it out, no problem. Don't worry about it, because some of them are not easy to figure out. Some are easy, some are not. If you're not sure what it is, feel free to email us. Our support, we have Sina, myself, Amir, Reza, all of us are here to help. Whoever gets that, that support ticket first, we respond to it. So definitely feel free to get us engaged anytime you see an error. We definitely want to help reduce those. The good news is once you fix an error, it's usually fixed, moving ahead. If it's a vehicle mapping, you set up one vehicle mapping, you're good to go from then on. If it's a service type issue, once you fix it, it's good to go. So one at a time, will help eliminate these. So having said that, I think if you have any examples, let us know. If not,
We got one at the first, before the session started, remember? They have a problem sending a trip with Roadshow multiple stops, right?
Yes, that was James. Maybe, James, if you'd like to unmute yourself and repeat the question for the viewers, and we can tackle that one first.
It's probably the other end as much as it is GNet. In fact, I'm sure it's entirely the other end. But so we deal with financial institutes in London, institutions, and they'll go off to Dubai. So we'll send a job via GNet to Time and Motion. But we get from our client pick up from the hotel, as directed, back to the hotel. Now, when we send that out, we need to have somewhere in the middle. So and their system rejects the as directed part because presumably it wants to Google map it and get a lat long or something like that. So we end up just going from hotel to hotel and then typing a whole bunch of notes in, which then get cut through GNet. It's not a problem. I think, how does your system work? Does it just pick up a job parcel and send it? That's it. And it's down to the other end to process it.
Right. So, one of the things we've asked all the systems is to keep addresses clean. So street address, city, state, zip should not have any notes in it. It should actually be an address. So if you want to add stops in the middle for a roadshow, like pick up from the hotel, go to first stop, second stop, third stop, go back to the hotel, the stops should be defined with, because they're as directed or you don't have an address specifically for them, you can leave the street address empty. The city, state, zip should be the first, same as the pickup. Whatever the pickup, city, state, country, whatever it has, should follow the pickup. But the street address should be left empty. Your notes should say every information they need to say. The notes in that stop should say, stop at whatever.
So you're passing to them an actual address block as opposed to a lat long. So that's another issue that we have, is that in the UK, I'm sure it happens everywhere else in the world, we go to Google, pop an address in, and it generates an address. We literally copy paste that in, and GNet, the other end, it gets to them with their, wherever they may be, Singapore, Dubai, whatever, Google, and it goes, nah, we're not having any of that, mate.
Yeah, so some systems have the capability to read a lat long and totally ignore the address. So that's what they do. They read the lat long and they reverse engineer it. But in most 100% cases, based on our requirements that we give everybody, they have to be able to take the street, city, state, zip, and convert that into an actual ad. And then notes has to go into the notes field of the stop, so it doesn't interfere with the address. The street address doesn't say as directed. It shouldn't say.
That makes sense. And just while I've got the table, vehicles. I mean, God bless our American friends, but your version of an SUV is entirely different to Europe. Okay, we've got roads that are about that wide, right? And we have a Range Rover, which is a big car in the United Kingdom. Right now, the Americans have a Cadillac Escalade, which I understand to be about 4 meters wide. In fact, I've seen one. That ain't going down any of our roads. So when our American friends come over with their 3 bags, what they actually mean is they're moving house and they've got 3 huge great crates. That doesn't fit in the back of a small Range Rover. So one of the issues we have is transposing that through.
Right.
And vehicle mapping, I would like to understand if you're going to talk about it today. Otherwise, we can do it another time, because it's very
Vehicle
difficult to
mapping,
map.
actually, we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
There's many vehicle mappings, vehicle types that people need for their business. So there's not enough vans. There's not enough buses or coaches to satisfy everybody's need. There's always somebody who says, "Oh, you're missing a 62 passenger bus." Okay, now you're missing a 21 passenger bus. Okay, you have a 22, but you don't have a 21. So they become very detailed about what they need. So what we have done is we've created a generic set of vehicle types on GNet, as much as generic as we could. And every system somehow maps their vehicle type to one of these generic ones. And you're done. You've done your job. Okay. If it's not working on the other side, then GNet support gets involved to help the other side map it to the correct GNet mapping that you sent it. Right.
So that's peer to peer. So say, for example, Time and Motion, for want of a better description, want to book an SUV. Because we've got that mapped to Range Rover, their concept of an SUV might be entirely different to ours, because they might be wanting 5 passengers and bags, in which case we would then put that into a V-Class. But because they have it in their system as an SUV, it gets mapped to Range Rover.
Right. So in the cases that you have And actually, I mean, we have many cases where SUV in the US is known as MPV, and on the Europe side, right? That's basically what we see. It doesn't turn into an SUV on Europe. Usually, it's an MPV on the Europe side. So
Right.
we have customized mapping on top of all this. So nothing works. You can do custom mapping between you and your partner, and totally skip the whole GNet vehicle typing and all that, and say, when I send to my partner, when I send them XX, that means on their side, Mercedes-Benz 500. That's what they
Oh,
want.
so if they define XX and we define XX, then we can.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or you define your XX, and they define, they say, when you send me XX, make sure it goes to my MBZ 500. And then you can actually hard code on GNet and say, when I'm sending to this partner, when I'm sending him an XX, in his system, it means MBZ 500.
That's
Okay.
worth being on the call in all of its own.
We
we
can
go.
help you with those. Okay. And we will create enough examples until you start feeling comfortable. You can do it yourself. So when you're sending it to a partner and it's very specific and it's not working, you're like, okay, let's skip the whole GNet thingy. In my system, we call it this. In your system, we call it that. So let's teach GNet this. Let's go. Okay.
And that same then goes for places in Singapore where such thing as an E-Class is rare as hen's teeth. It's a Sanyong, whatever it may be. You
Your
can do
partner
exactly the
tells
same.
you, yeah, your partner will
Right.
tell you, make sure it comes to my blah, blah, blah. And it's always going to be that from there on. Between you and your partner, you send them whatever vehicle type and you've already hard coded it to what they asked you to do. That's it. You never have an error again.
And then luggage as a line item, is that a thing?
Luggage has some systems. I mean, we started the GNet about 8-9 years ago. So not all systems had luggage count. They had it in notes. Some of them had it on the as an item on the screen. Some just as notes. So we went with notes because not everybody could do. But now I think we could start transmitting slowly luggage count as well as a field. I think all reservation systems now are aware that they should actually have a parameter called luggage count so they can transmit it to the clients yourselves. The luggage count does matter. I mean, if you got 10 luggages, you better go to a van.
Well, it does make a huge difference. You get media people coming over and they'll have a huge great presentation crate with them and something else, and it's different to carry on luggage and one handbag. They will, and it's not a practical thing.
For now, it's in notes. So in the general trip notes, you will have to define there's going to be 4 bags and blah blah blah.
Thank you.
We had somebody who had his hands up. Sorry.
Yes, we have Malik Horsi has his hand raised. Could you unmute yourself and ask your question, Malik?
Oh,
You're on mute. It's on the lower left. Oh, there we go. You got it.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Malik, and I'm based in Boston. And I'm new to GNet, and my question is, what are the most frequent configuration errors that impact the reservation flow, and how can we proactively, stop that or prevent that? I think it's a pattern.
What system do you use, Malik?
I use the Anywhere, Limo Anywhere.
Limo Anywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you send mostly or do you receive mostly?
Both.
Okay. So for receiving, there's 3 things you do on GNet. One is you have to be partners with that company. Second is you have to create an account in Limo Anywhere, add the account number in their GNet profile.
Customer account.
Yeah, the customer account from Limo Anywhere, you add it in their GNet profile. And then you have to have a credit card in GNet. So 3 things required for you to receive on GNet. The rest is what you do in Limo Anywhere. Make sure, first of all, we have your correct Limo Anywhere company ID, so you're configured correctly. And then you have to make sure you do the setup in Limo Anywhere, and we can help you with that. You have to have a handshake with Grid in Limo Anywhere. You have to do your farming settings, your service types, your vehicle mapping.
That's
Couple
a
other
one-time,
things.
those are all one-time thing that you
Those are
do,
all
right?
one-time setup that needs to be done in Limo Anywhere. So when you do all of those, let's say your vehicle mapping in Limo Anywhere, it's huge. If you go to the vehicle type mapping page, the box is on the right. If you filled out most of them, 90% of your issues will be gone right away. So make sure you do your vehicle mapping. Again, Sina and I are here to help you. If you have any questions, you need help, let us know. But make sure you're set up in Limo Anywhere. The GNet portion, again, 3 things you need to do. So we can help you with all of that. Once you've done all of that, you really should not have any problems receiving. Farming out is all done. Oh, sorry, Amir, go ahead.
The top error is vehicle mapping error, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The most
Yeah.
common error is when you're starting to set up with a partner and your vehicle mapping is either not done yet or their vehicle mapping is not matching your vehicle mapping and you have to adjust. And once it's done, it's done.
Okay. So basically, okay. Thank you very much for one more question, and I'm gonna, are there any upcoming features or integrations that could help me streamline booking or expand, like, my reach beyond Boston?
There is
Sina, you want to take that?
Sorry, what is the question again, Malik?
Are there any upcoming features or integration that could help me streamline bookings or expand my reach beyond Boston?
Absolutely. So the first thing I would say is for you to connect to more partners outside Boston. And the way to do that, GNet provides, they have about 5,000 members around the globe. So creating those relationships with affiliate partners is really important. GNet provides the directory for you to establish those relationships. Now, our Connect portal allows you to showcase your business, showcase your profile, and showcase whatever type of services you provide to this market. And by creating a profile on GNet Connect and by learning how to use GNet Connect, you can utilize this tool and utilize our network to connect to more affiliate partners. Since GNet is already connected to a lot of reservation systems, and since all these people that are connected are on GNet, your best bet is to start looking for partners on GNet itself. So that's the best way to expand your business. And again, to start, it's the best thing to do is to learn how to use Connect Portal. It's because the Connect Portal, that's what it was designed for, to streamline your business, to make you connect with partners easily and see what type of business you're looking for, and also help other businesses understand what type of services do you offer and what are your areas that you're focused on. I can definitely help you with that, Malik. If you put in your email, I can reach out to you. I can give you a demo of the Connect Portal, and let's have you set up.
And is there a dashboard?
Yes, that's a dashboard. And by the way, a lot of the questions that you asked regarding the Limo Anywhere, we do have a new wizard in-house that lets you do this automatically. So it's like it takes you step by step. It tells you, this is what you need to do in Limo Anywhere. This is what you need to do on GNet. And it helps you to understand how the system flow works. But to eliminate, configuration errors, again, the best way is communicating with your partners, just asking them what type of vehicles they have, making sure that you have those correctly mapped in your system so that the future reservations that they come in, they all go through.
Thank you for taking my questions.
Of course, and don't forget to put in your email so I can reach out to you.
I promise I will.
Sina, maybe you and Shahram also can put in your emails. I put the support@grdd.net in the chat feature. For everyone, that's the best way to reach us. So please take note. Laureano, thank you for being here. I see you've raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I have three different issues or three different questions. We use a system, a reservation system that don't allow to us to make a farm out from our system. We get the farm in, but we cannot make farm out. The first question is any way that manually inside Connect or inside GNet, I can farm out to the to our affiliates, or have to go on like I am doing now, calling the affiliates and telling, I send you an email with all the details. This is the first question.
Right. So I can answer that. Usually what we do is we let the reservation systems do the sending of the reservations and then receiving. We don't have a specific we're not a reservation system. We're just like the networks that sends and receives. Now, there are a few companies on GNet who've developed white label portals that they want to actually come to the GNet sessions and showcase their product that you can use to manage all your partners of GNet and send reservations and all that through those portals. So they've built something on top of GNet. When they're ready, I think that would be something you're looking for.
Yeah. The second question I have, we have on GNet platform the 2S Limo rate already configured since many years. But now one of our big partners, they try to get online quotes, and by whatever reason, it's not working. The 2S Limo rates. I don't know if it's something going wrong with 2S Limo rates, or
did you do the checkbox that says turn on limo rate?
You
did turn on limo rate?
Yeah, it's always turned on, and it's configured in. I have all the prices, all vehicles.
No, on GNet. On
Yes.
GNet.
Yes, I am on my website, on the website of GNet, and it's marked. You check.
Okay, let's get Achim. He's the person who's oh, another thing is in your partners, you have to also allow, isn't it, Shahram? You have to allow quotations. You've done that too.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, it has to be done on their side as well. So
I will tell you. I am. It's a big partner. It's a Gromescope. That is it's a company that everybody knows. And on the affiliate partners has checked that is allowed, because to every partner, to everyone I check that the partner is allowed, the affiliate is allowed to check rates. But by whatever reason, since some months, every time that any partner try to check online the prices, is giving them an error, 400 error communication, something like that. Is what the screenshot they send me.
We can do this definitely offline afterwards, and we'll help you with this.
Yes, and
we can, if it's something we need to raise to Achim and his team for them to fix, no problem.
Because also can be great if tomorrow, when I say tomorrow, is one day. I don't know, doesn't have to be tomorrow morning, of course not. In Connect or in Limo or in GNet, everybody can put the same prices that they have in 2S Limo rate, that GNet doesn't have to be integrated to a second company like 2S.
Let me explain so everyone understands what you're dealing with. every reservation system has a rate table setup you can do. So you can set up rate tables, whether you're on Limo Anywhere, you're on Fast Track, Liberty, it doesn't matter what system you're on. Most system allow you to create a rate table for your customers and assign rate matrix, etc. So it does auto calculation estimations. Some systems don't have it, or the feature that the user needs is not built into the rate table. So they can use a rate system that is sitting on as a partner system on GNet. Limo Rate is one of them. In the old days, there used to be a system called Rate Butler, okay, that used to do the same thing. So now on Limo Rate, you set up your rates, which is a black box cloud server, and anyone on GNet who checks your rates, they will get the response from actually Limo Rate, and it calculates it for them and gives them the rate. So that's what it's supposed to do. For your case, we need to escalate this to make sure that the rate is working for you.
And the third and last question I have, also I use Connect, GNet Connect. In GNet Connect, for example, I create some needs for different cities. I just want to know if when I create a needs, because right now I have two open needs, because one already I assigned it to a partner. When I create a need, this need is an email going to everybody on this town, because I let open to every GNet member. I don't.
Sina knows.
Yes. So great question. So for the needs feature, that is something that requires people to have signed up to receive the notifications. So we don't want to spam people, although we do have the emails of GNet members, we don't want to spam them. So if you want your affiliates to receive the notifications when you post a need, they have to be signed up to receive those. So the best thing to do is if you have a bunch of affiliates that you want to communicate with them using the needs, the best thing to do is to ask them to sign up to your company, so that whenever you post a need, they will receive a notification. Now, what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to, especially IOs, we're trying to teach them and tell them to, subscribe to needs, and so that they will receive notifications from larger companies. It's an ongoing process. It's a new feature, but it's definitely great that you're using it right now, because the more you use it right now, the more you're hands-on with the Connect. Later on, when it's actually, when more people are actually signed up, you'll be the one ahead of the game. So
Yeah.
So I have a question right now. If I'm not subscribing to to a GNet member, I don't get any emails. I don't get anything.
no, you need to be subscribed to needs to receive
Is
notifications.
there a way to just check on, check off, say, just tell me? Oh, that's kind of, you're right. That would be spamming. And like there's a need in Paris and you're in Los Angeles, and
So there
you're getting spammed by emails. Yeah.
are two ways you can subscribe to needs. There is either you can subscribe to a company, or you can subscribe to a location. So if there's a company that gets a lot of rides, it's smart to subscribe to their needs. But also if you provide your services in a certain area, again, it's smart to subscribe to that location, and you will get a notification within a certain radius. That's also, you can set it as well. And if any rides happen and within that radius, you will get a notification. So let me ask this. Are there like any group of affiliate partners you're trying to communicate with them using this needs, or are you just trying to cover your rides, basically?
I just let it open to every GNet member. For example, we had one needs in Washington, D.C. that is for an oncoming trip. And I got around 15 emails from different companies, that affiliates and non-affiliates, because I let open GNet members with prices. Our price is this one, our price is this one. But now, for example, I still having 2 open needs, and until now, that's why it surprised me that with Washington DC, I got around 15 different offers, and already we assigned this job to a company. But with the other 2 needs that we have posted, until now, we don't have any uncommon offer from these 2 needs because they are different cities. One is New Orleans and the other one San Diego, California.
That's interesting. Yeah, again, as I said, some of the areas like Washington DC is more populated, so a lot more people are signed up to receive the notifications. But have you tried the search feature to try to look for partners in those cities?
Yeah, we have partners on those cities, but the needs is something that really is thing to help that I don't have to write to everyone.
Yes, exactly.
It means that I put the needs, and because just imagine now how many people we are on the chat, 30, 20, 40. It means I have 20 affiliates in the city. And if I have to start to call 20 people to get what is the best price I can get, I will lose 1.5 hours. And after when the affiliate doesn't get the job, the next time I call this affiliate, he will say, I will not take the call. That's why the need is something that makes easier. Like in Washington DC, I got around 15 emails with the different offers, and was quick. And the affiliate did not lose a lot of time, just giving your price, and I don't waste a lot of time calling to 10 or 15 different affiliates. This is a great feature. But for example, I am to subscribe to needs, but many people don't know that they have to subscribe to needs. That's why I think will be a good idea if, even for those people that they don't know that they have to be subscribed, they can get an email, maybe not a WhatsApp alert or a text message alert, but at least an email that is the less intrusive.
We're definitely taking notes on this. You're absolutely right. There is something we can probably do extra on top of this to notify companies within the area of where the need is a little bit better. I think Sina and Reza, we can probably have a meeting later and discuss some options. Thank you. That was really good. That's actually a very good point.
You're welcome.
Very good point.
Thank you. I want to welcome.
Loriana, one question. The first thing you mentioned, you can't farm out, and I noticed you use moves, and I believe they did implement the farm out feature.
Yes, I think they have.
Now, I will tell you something. I wrote today an email to the owner of the moves, Amir, and I wrote him 5 different companies I know that has moved out from Move to Fast Track and Limo Anywhere because the weak farm out feature they have. And I told clear to him, I can give you already 5 real examples from this company, this one, that has go out of moves, and they are working now with Limo Anywhere and Fast Track, because you don't realize that you put another new features for that they are helpful, they are great. Every new feature that you made on your system is great, it's welcome. But the biggest and most important feature in every system is GNet integration. You can have a Cadillac Escalade with freezer, with massage, with sky ceiling, with the Chinese that prepare coffee for you inside. But if you don't have an engine, you have just.
I think I think you made some very good constructive suggestions to them. Hopefully they will do that because honestly it doesn't really take much to have a good integration back and forth. It takes a little bit of testing, but then it's done. From a software point of view, hopefully they will follow your suggestion and get that thing going. We can, from the perspective of GNet, we're very neutral as to how far the system that wants to develop their connection with us. The deeper they do, the happier the users will be.
And I wrote to him the same. People on GNet, they are very open because they work with every company. And the integration is not something so complicated. Just
hopefully they will.
The priority have to be GNet integration. Because a Cadillac without engine is just a piece of junk parking outside the door.
Lorana, look
Thank
at what you have done. You have caused 3 people to raise their hands because they want to talk.
That's right. Well, let's get some of the questions. Thank you for a very, very good input. First of all, welcome to Paula from Chicago Coachworks. For some reason, she had trouble getting in, so I'm so happy to see she's here. Welcome, welcome. First hand up is Brenton. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So I just wanted to add on that previous conversation. So I subscribe to Moves. Moves is, to me, it seems to be a pretty good platform, but to my disappointment, they only allow farm in. There's no farm out. And they're blaming GNet for that. And I told them, I said, your main competitor, Limo Anywhere, which is the big grandfather that everybody knows, they've been around forever, even though, in my opinion, their systems are antiquated. I'll just throw that in as a side note. Unlike Limo Anywhere, who allows both farm in and farm out, Moves does not, and they're blaming GNet for that. So to me, that's very disappointing, and I'm hoping that, I don't know if you guys were aware of that. So they, again, just to clarify, Moves only allows farm in and not farm out, citing GNet as the problem. I don't know if you have any comments regarding that, or maybe that's not true. I don't know.
No, I mean, there's 46 other systems right now that are sending and receiving over GNet. We don't see any reason why we're the problem, honestly.
If you
Understood.
can,
So,
Brenton, if you'd like, maybe you can let them know to please contact us and ask perhaps why. Because like Amir said, we're integrated with over 50 plus different systems, and we have no issue. For us, our job is to make our GNet members' lives easier, and we have no problem. We don't limit anything at all. If you want it, we do it, so.
There's a travel company that just did a farm out distribution, because the travel companies only send through GNet to partners like yourselves. They did it in 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm just letting
So
you know.
it's
Within
easy.
4 days, they were ready to go.
The monobot is actually using our farm out feature to send you reservations. So this is one of the things that you use, Brent, right? You use the monobot.
They're currently developing it. It's wait, let me check. I just want to get the name. Are you with Monobot, sir?
No, I'm familiar with them. I've had the courtesy to meet them on the Vegas show, but essentially, the backbone of what Monobot uses is the farm out feature. So again, I think they did it in a week or even less.
Yeah, but
Can I interject here? Sorry.
Reza has an input here.
Yeah, I think I want to be clear that is that farm out and farm in between Moves and Limo Anywhere is the issue, or farm out to others also issue. So because the second is not true. So
good point. Good point.
Fast Track or any other partners. If it is
Okay.
just between Limo Anywhere and Moves, that's a different story.
So yeah, if so moves to moves, you can farm in and farm out if it's with other move subscribers. So where it's only the farm in is from non-move subscribers.
Right.
And
So
and
not limited to Limo Anywhere.
no,
So
nothing to do with
Right.
Limo Anywhere. So moves. So if I'm I subscribe to moves and there's another company on moves, we can farm in and farm out to each other. But if I'm on moves and someone else is not, let's say Legends, because I'm an affiliate with Legends, but we send it just through email for now. I could get a farm in, but I cannot farm out.
that might be, I mean, again, Limo Anywhere and Moves don't talk because based on request of the companies, they said we don't want the communication to work. But Moves can work with any other system over GNet. It receives from every other system over GNet. I should be able to send. I know they were working on it. I know they were working.
Maybe we can make a call and
Yeah,
address the
just to
concern
clarify.
and just see where we're at and clarify, and then
Yeah.
maybe we can get
Yeah.
back to Brenton. In looking at the time, I want to make sure we get all other questions answered. So if it's okay, I'm going to move on to Onyx Ground, who has raised their hand. You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, it's not so much a question. I just wanted to, I think, add some color onto what, GNet is really what, I love GNet. I think it's amazing. I think what you guys are doing, I think what you guys are doing in the industry is leaps and bounds beyond what, it allows people to basically take their business creativity and put it out there in the world and get their work covered and share, and also receive work if they have the right insurance documents and something like that. Me operating as a broker, as I'm creating my own tools for my own broker system, we're heavily trying to create the system that allows someone like myself or everybody here basically to take the full advantage of GNet. That's something that I think very, very hard on. And the truth is, the devil is in the details because all of these other systems do not have really powerful rate precision where you could start auto quoting, and create, higher levels of bandwidth in your existing company organization, right? So even if you have the ability to share, trips through people, you lack in levels of automation if you don't have a lot of features of the customer level intake. So the first part of that sales funnel where a customer is interacting with your company, if they have to check a service type or use an hourly or a one way, as Brenton was saying, is an antiquated way of looking at the at the industry with Limo Anywhere's, way of doing things, right? So people are moving. Now, like transferring to my question is, for the farmhouse capability, do we know when that will be like fully functioning? And, basically I could have a lead come in through my form, integrate to GNet, and it would just shoot out over farmhouse to my partners where they can just accept. I'm looking to utilize GNet pretty much as an auto dispatch system.
You can do that with Farmhouse. Today, we actually had a session 2-3 weeks ago. La Costa was here. They were one of the big users of the Farmhouse feature, and they were explaining how it works for them. So no, you can use it right now.
Okay, excellent.
Depending-
I'll go to the YouTube
Depending
and
on
I'll
what
watch that.
system you're in, and if you're going to be using our API, then you can. It's ready.
Excellent. Because I natively made the system, so I would just I met with Reza. He gave me all the API documentation that I need, and we're going to push forward on that initiative.
Perfect.
Thank
We can have a
you.
meeting. We'll explain to you how Farmhouse works. Actually, it's a very good idea. It eliminates all the phone calls. It's almost one step more granular than the needs. You know, you kind of broadcast your needs. This one, you're broadcasting to your partners within that area who carry that type of a vehicle.
Yes, but now
So
let me ask you this. Let me ask you, well, I don't want to take up everybody's time, but we all know that customers don't want to fill out a million details, right? We serve a vehicle based upon a passenger count. So as long as the passenger count and possibly the luggage requirements, like every time you add a requirement, it becomes more difficult. But, you know, if we're serving, let's say, the job as a complete sold job, right? The customer has given us, you know, either money or some intent to book. Can we choose the rate to the farmhouse people? Like, in other words, we're going to show them a rate or a percentage. Are they able to
There's-
bid?
there's three modes to farmhouse. One is the most common between operators is everyone has prearranged rates between each other. Okay, so when you farm out a job, the expectation is that your partner is going to bill you based on what the rate sheet they've given you. So first mode is first come, first serve. We have prearranged rates. Okay, if you can take this job, take it. And everybody gets a text message and an email. They click on it, they see the job, they click the button, and as soon as whoever clicks the button first that says, I'll take it, that job gets formed into their system and becomes theirs. Second mode is fixed rate. That means you send the farmhouse job out saying, this is for $150. Okay, if you can do it, please take it. Okay, so that's the fixed one. And the third mode really doesn't farm the job out to anybody. It broadcasts to all your partners, says, I have a job. It's an SUV, 3 passengers, pick up at the airport, drop off at Hilton at 9 o'clock tomorrow. If you can do it, respond back with the price. And then your farmhouse keeps getting back updates on your API. You will keep getting back updates as everybody's filling in their total. They say, I can do it for 150. The other one says, I can do it for 140. These are all your own partners. This is not public.
Yeah,
This
that's
is your
very good
partner.
because then, you know, I don't want to sound like the almighty dollar rules everything, but you're going to get the lowest rate that way.
If that's how you work with partners, yep.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I think Paul is next with a question, if we're done with Onyx. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, just a quick question. Amir, when you said that when the address block comes through and if there's any notes attached to it, it's not going to filter. And then you mentioned as long as the city, state, or zip and zip are there, it still should filter through. Correct? So here's an example. Let's say an affiliate is sending me a job from 120 Wall Street, right? Pick up at 120 Wall Street, but they put in the notes, please pick up on Gold Street side. Is that going to interfere with the kind of zoning? Or is that something more so now on my end that I need to go to my operating systems office with pitchforks and demand answers?
Right. So the actual, I mean, it would be nice if the partner who's sending you the trip sends the real, actual, correct address. So you're not, you know, picking up on 2nd Avenue when the address is being given on another street, you know. That would be the best. But I mean, if the stop note right there explains to the driver where they need to go pick up and it works for you, then it works for you. I mean, we let everything go through. We're like just a phone switch. We don't modify any information.
Right. So it's more so now, I guess, on my operating system and what fields they have marked off on the GNet configuration on our end. Gotcha.
Right.
That makes sense.
Is to allow these stops to come through because people have road shows or multiple stops, but they don't know exactly the address. It's hourly, you know. So
Gotcha. I just wanted to pose a general question to everybody because I've been having an issue with inside and curbside pickups, the way it's filtering through when I receive a farm in. where it automatically just defaulted to curbside. I've had issues in the past with Limo Anywhere, where for some reason when their reservations were coming through, it would always default to curbside. Then somehow I guess I managed to fix it internally, and now I'm back to square one where I'm having the issue now with all reservations coming in, where it's just for some reason it's automatically defaulting it to curbside as opposed to actually paying attention to what the affiliate's confirmation is trying to communicate to, via
Right.
GNet to my operating system.
So, as you know, just so everybody knows, there is a flag inside GNet for every stop, especially if it's an airport, obviously pickup or pickup, meet and greet. Okay, so there's a meet and greet, letting the driver know they should meet the passenger and baggage claim or curbside. But we also have another. So there's a curbside, there's baggage claim, and then there is nothing. Nothing means there was no instructions given. Okay, probably you have the profile of your affiliate, and they always say go pick up in package claim, whatever it is. But there's nothing. So then nothing is coming to your system and turning into curbside. That's what's happening. Okay, and there's a lot of nothings. There's more nothings than there is meet and greet flags. Just so you know.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Amir. I appreciate
Sure.
you guys are phenomenal. I can't say enough nice things about the whole grid team and how you guys offer your assistance and support. So thank you so much. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you, Paul. We definitely appreciate the kudos. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Does anyone else have any questions regarding configuration errors? We've got another 5-6 minutes. So any questions, anybody, any comments, or do Shahram and Sina have anything that they see as a common error that's easily fixed?
Vehicle types, has been very common. One of the biggest problems I think right now is vehicle type mapping between partners. So as we explained earlier on, we've done generic, now we're doing override. With all of those included, there should be very little problems with vehicle types if we do it correctly. I think Raymond just raised his hand, so we're gonna give some time to Raymond.
Hi everybody. This is Raymond. I just a little bit new to the power bus industry, and just wondering, Limo Anywhere seems to be kind of the grandfather CRM, but in your recommendation, what is maybe a recommendation on the CRM with dispatch layer that is, I guess, has the most support or is mostly integrated with GNet?
It's almost as, it's like, what kind of a car do you like to drive? That's why there's so many car manufacturers and so many colors. It really has to meet your needs. If it meets your needs, use it. Right? That's basically what we usually say. There is no software specifically that we could tell you that is better than the other one, because you may be looking for features that are basically on the system that we told you not to pick. It really is that.
May I ask a question here, Amir? Am I mistaken, or did we not have did we have something that shows all the softwares we're integrated with and all the features that they offer, Sina? We had something like that, right? Is that maybe something we can send Raymond so he can look at it and decide what best suits his needs?
I do see on the dashboard for GNet a couple like a what's new page. So I see livery coach, Limo Anywhere, fast track, and I am a little bit more interested in fast track and Limo Anywhere. Is there a preference between the two, or not really?
So I think
they're the biggest systems, widely used systems. These are like the main systems in US that a lot of people use. There's about 4 or 5 of them, and there's more users there. So our help notes that you see in the top, in the homepage, in the old portal, those are all because more users were using those systems, so they needed to get to those notes.
Okay, I see.
I think Sina had some input here. Go ahead, Sina.
I was gonna say, I think what Raymond is trying to ask is, he's not saying what reservation system is better, but which reservation system utilizes GNet's features the most.
Yes.
So I think
I would say there are two systems that are already built in Farmhouse, and built in our GPS. Actually, one of them is built in our GPS into the reservation system. Livery Coach and Fast Track. Those are the two that work with Farmhouse and with the GPS tracking within the system. So the basics of GNet is you can send a reservation to your partner on any other system, and it will start synchronizing the trip for you automatically as your partner is executing the trip. If they're having their own driver app, you can see them on your system, them using their own driver app. It's almost magic, right? So this allows everyone to work with each other. You can change status, the status codes change and come back and status change your system for you automatically. That's what basically GNet does, right? I think Yasmin is trying to say something, or
Sorry, yes, we just got a chat box question from Getaway Car Service saying, isn't that also true in CCO, Corporate Car Online?
correct. True about sending, receiving,
Farmhouse, I
synchronizing.
think. I'm not sure
Oh,
what.
Farmhouse, no, they don't
GPS,
have. You can
GPS, I'm
receive
sorry. Question
GPS.
is
Yeah,
GPS. Yes.
GPS is pretty much a standard now. Everyone is complying with GPS. You can see each other's as long as the driver is using a driver app. You should be able to see the other side's cars. So that's. I think there's only two systems that don't have GPS. Through
Out of the
GNet.
50 plus, okay. So
Yeah.
so most of them now have it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that, I think that was Raymond's question. So I think we've got Paul.
No, I was just going to add to Raymond's question and the conversation about operating system. It really determines what you look to use it for, how you look to use it, and it sadly it does come down to price point. Every system, just like every car, is priced accordingly. Some systems are higher than others. Some have different functions than others. There are so many out there. However, especially predominantly in the US, I'm not really going to speak too much on it because I know there's a lot of users that are onto it, but it's unfortunate, but it's slowly becoming where it's just going to be one or two platforms in the US, or maybe three platforms. I think people abroad have a much more wider array of software companies they can use. And also GNet, as they mentioned, I think integrates with every single system. And I remember you guys did give out a nice kind of list at the Las Vegas NLA of all the software companies. I was trying to find mine, but I don't know where I put it just to show it on camera.
I'll find it and
yeah.
send it to you, Paul, but that list is old. There's been many more integrations since the show. So there'll be a new one at the next Vegas show.
Bigger poster next time.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it right on my shoulder.
Fabulous.
But,
all righty. So I think we're at 10 o'clock. So 10:04 actually. So before we leave, if there's anyone at all who has a final question, we can stay on for a few more minutes and answer that for you. If not, thank you everyone for being here. We hope this was informative and helpful. And please remember, we are here to make your lives easier. Reach out. If there's a problem, we respond right away or as quickly as we possibly can. We're very proud of that. So thank you again, everyone. If there's no further questions, enjoy the rest of your week. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you have, all these resources to view and review. So thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
everybody
you,
have a great
everyone.
day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Later, bye.